I'll be here. Mommy will be here. Oh,
Here for the Levaya of Fraggle Miriam, Ashiswell Halevi, Joyce, we knew her as. Miriam and Nichtam, David, Romania, Kifashishiva, Thomas, Latin,
it'll be okay. This is what we always do. See my booby. This is my mom and my dad here. They'll be with her.
One other thing happens.
There's right here. It was no.
Hold on.
Dan said it's okay.
Tevosi Balalecho, Ukdashim Asher, Oholet Hemo, Vadire Kocheptivom, Yubu Hatzvaisom, Aha, Balasif Iskayim, Midam, Balasa Ishmason, Hatzvosai, everyone was cooking the say that's not just for the image here to be Menachem Avu, like a sister, so close to everyone. She was involved with everyone. Mama so close. We'll miss her terribly, like a sister. Zemokim Menachem Beschem B'Sebshara V'Yetzion Yerushalayim. Hashem should only help us soon. She should have a lichtig Gan Eden in the Haba. She should be openly, readily accepted and brought in among all the other Tzidkonites.
Cheer. Being that it's Erev Shabbos and for Kavod Shabbos, we're going to have to be a little hasty. I'm just going to say a couple of words. Today's date is Tes Iyar, and tomorrow is Yud Iyar. In Megillus Tainus, it's a medrash that talks about old fast that we used to have. Yud Iyar is celebrated as the yahrzeit of Eli HaKoyin. He died when he found out Vayilokach Arayin Elikim after the Jews fought with the Pelishtim. Possibly Nana Fradl Miriam Bas Yisrael Halevi Basara. She was nifter after Chatzos on Erev Shabbos, and she has a supposed to be buried after Chatzos on Erev Shabbos. The Gemara says that it's a schos. The Seftas Kibbut HaKever says that she circumvents any dinim on Erev Shabbos, so we know that she's going to Gan Eden straight without any issues. Vayilokach Aroin Elikim. She's not Erev Shabbos is going into Shabbos. Vayilokach Aroin Elikim. You can say this is an Aroin Elikim. We're taking away the Aroin from any dinim, from any Elikim. One pasuk that came to mind was Darsha Semer Mefishte Vatas Bechayfetz Kapel. She always, always willingly. Also saw the Chayfetz Kapel, she willingly went, and this week is the Shabbos, we talk about Parsha, talks about all the Yom Tovim. Every Yom Tov she went out, Tzemer, wool, pishtan, flax, materials, plates, flowers, everything was done, Shabbos, everything was done so beautifully, and that translated into a environment of joy and happiness, and that's what I grew up with in the last 17 years, and the children and grandchildren grew up with, however long they knew Father Mary and Basara. Just want to say that as a community, we have to care about one, and when we're one person, we also have to care about the community. It's a known fact that Joyce was involved for so long in so many people's lives, and she cared about everyone. And it's proved by the crowd that we have today over here on Erev Shabbos. And that on behalf of the family, I want to thank the entire community for the outpouring of support over the last 6 weeks. A phone call, a text, a meal, the Hillam group, Leah and Hara, the amount of tefillas that the terrorists caused in Denver. I want to ask Mechila, on behalf of myself, on behalf of anybody who's not going to be asking Mechila up here, for any pain that we may have caused, or any angst that we may have caused, and please, you're going straight to Gan Eden. Be a Meilus Yosher for the Mishpacha. Very young to leave over a family like this, and you still have the strength to go up there and beg for the family that everyone should be able to get through this. B'shalom v'shalva. Again, thank you to everyone, and also Manano, just you go up there now. Please make sure to ask that everyone gets home today in time for Shabbos safely, and they're here for you. And should be a Meilus Yosher.
Come together today to pay our last respects, our Kavod Achron, to Fradel Miriam Bas Yisrael Alevi, a wife, a mother, a grandmother, and a friend to many who personified the meaning of what it is to maximize the time that we are blessed to have in this world to try and make a true difference. Because we know that life must end sometime, we try to cram into that span of life that Hashem gives us all the love, affection, good deeds, and creativity that we possibly can. It is because of this realization that we only have a finite time, that the living we do until then can be meaningful, happy, and valuable. We try and fill those years with light, helpfulness, chesed, with kindness and goodness. This is how my mother-in-law lived her life. Always trying to make a meaningful difference, whether it was for her parents, for her family, or for her community. The second half of this week's Parsha, Parshas Emor, focuses on the Moadim, which Daniel just referenced, and the different holidays. This section begins with Pesach, Sfiras HaOmer, then Shavuos. It then breaks to discuss various agricultural gifts that must be left to the poor before continuing with the discussion of the rest of the Yom Tovim of Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, and Sukkot. Rashi quotes the Medrash that this interruption indicates that giving the required charitable gifts is the equivalent of building the Beis HaMikdash. It is unclear what this has to do specifically with the holidays and how these psukim relate to the building of the Beis HaMikdash of the third temple. Shimon Schwab Zatzal offers the following suggestion: that there will become a time when additional Yom Tov, when additional holiday will be added. The Navi Zechariah tells us that Tisha B'Av will become a holiday when Mashiach ben David inaugurates the third Beis HaMikdash. To get an insight as to how we will come to deserve the coming of David's descendant, we must remember where David himself came from. Rus arrived on the scene as an indigent convert who was supported through these specific agricultural gifts from Boaz, which ultimately led to the birth of David. Just as those agricultural gifts led to the building of the first Beis Hamikdash, so too that generosity will lead to the building of the third Beis Hamikdash and the institution of Tisha B'Av as a holiday. We all understand that it is important to provide for the needy. However, it is well known that my mother-in-law, Frado Miriam Basara Israel Levi, together with my father-in-law, Yibod L'chaim, personified this idea of what generosity means. Generosity, which was the mantra which they lived by and which they imbued into their family and really served as role models for the entire community, will not only help the poor person, but generosity, and this generosity we hope to carry on this legacy, which our mother-in-law so wonderfully and lovingly taught us. This generosity will hopefully provide the comfort for our family, for our community, and to the entire nation by ending this extensive and painful gullus when we merit the pasuk, V'vila hamavas lanetzach, u'mocha Hashem dima me'al kol panim. Just want to take this opportunity, as Daniel said, to thank the community for all their support. And I also want to thank all those doctors and nurses over the last 6 weeks that provided tremendous care to our mother-in-law, our mother, and we hope that she will serve as a Meilus Yocher for all of us.
Very hard to describe an angel. You were lucky enough to have quality moments with Nana in your life. You were lucky enough to know that there were so many things that Nana uniquely did solely to make you feel warmer inside. That's who she was. It was so important to her. The light that she would bring as an external force in our lives changed who we are inside as well. There's a part of all of our DNA that has a bit of Nana in it because of how powerful she was, the force that she was. Just the joy, beauty, and warmth that she was committed to bringing into everyone's life. This was her mission. Today's a sad day. But I know Nana would tell all of us to find the positive long term, to live that positive. And I would encourage every single one of you to look inside, find the light that she shared with you, and give it to other people too. If that's what she did. I love you, Nana.
Didn't really prepare anything. Much to say. I mean, there's so much to say about my mother. You all know her, and her reputation has always preceded her. She's a Balas Chesed, and all the things she does with such modesty. You don't even know all the secret chasadim she, is doing in our community and around the world. there's not really a lot I can say because I think, like I said, she, her reputation has always preceded her. And I just kind of channeling what Joel said, I look around at this, beautiful Erev Shabbos day where the sun is shining and the mountains are nearby. And my mother always, I had a terrible voice, but my mother loves singing. And I just think about all the songs, and to me, that's where our strength comes from, because my mother personified that. She personified beauty and Hiddur mitzvah, and everything was always done with a smile, modestly, and with as much beauty as could be done. And that's who she is. That's what we have. We have every Shabbos and Yontif that was beautiful and not ostentatious, but just gregarious and inviting. And she had guests always, and everyone knew that my parents' home was open to whoever, whenever, 24/7. And I look at my father sitting here and think about both of my parents, and it says, and I'm hoping, Mommy, that because it is Erev Shabbos, and as we know, you go straight to Gan Eden, and I hope that you see the results, the fruits of your labor, and the schar instantaneously, because you deserve nothing less. And I want to take this opportunity to publicly ask your mechila for all the times I've wronged you or hurt you intentionally or unintentionally. I love you, and I hope that you will continue to serve as a Meilitz Yosher for all of us.
Something I wrote for my mother this morning. Dear Mommy, sitting beside you now, I'm somewhere I never thought I'd be, never imagined our family would be, saying goodbye to you. Writing this note, while excruciating, is perhaps my last opportunity to say thank you to you while we are both still alive. What a thing to say. You are surrounded by so much love, the very love that you infused into us, your girls, Daddy, your family. Thank you for knowing my essence and my deepest parts, for bringing me to Avi, for loving our children, for guiding me along with Daddy into a life of continuing the Amuna and Bobby, Zadie, Bobby, and Zaidi. The love that you infuse, the beauty, the laughter, the endless more love, the joy, the forgiveness, and the gratitude you always express to Hashem. You literally sprinkle sparkles of joy to everyone around you, to each person you meet, and especially to Daddy, and to the three of us, and to your grandchildren, to your son-in-laws. Mommy, instead of crying tears of sadness for how early it feels like you're being taken, I promise to try one day to find the joy in knowing that, to find the joy in the 35 years that I was gifted you as my mother, and to try to celebrate the 63 years that you were gifted to this world. Radel Miriam Bas Sarah, you, Mommy, are a precious Montana, a gift straight from Hashem. And lastly, my sweet Mommy, the Tehillim and the mitzvos and the tears of the last 6 weeks, along with the magnanimous life that you lived, has surely paved for you a Gan Eden of all Gan Edens. Through losing you, the ability to not be able to hold you, my sweet Mommy, I now see the fleeting fragility that is life. And through the gift of having had you, Mommy, as my mother, I feel in my essence and I know in my neshama how I need to live and how I need to raise your grandchildren. Baruch Diana.
Mama. Your baby. It's the most beautiful day. And this would be the day that Hashem would take you as an angel, because everything about you was so bright and beautiful and shining and happy. And there's so much I can say, Mommy. But all I want to say is I'm so grateful that I had you. That you were with me when I had Oliver. And then he got to meet you. And he had 2 beautiful months with you. I only wish he had more. I wish we all had more. But we have to believe that there's reasons for this. And although it's taken me time to get there, I believe there's a reason for this. And you take it so early in life. I love you so much, Mama. And I want you to know that I promise to carry you everywhere. To carry your legacy, your warmth, your graciousness, your poise, the way you just held out a helping hand to anyone, and you gave the extra time to those who maybe needed to feel more special on that day, on that time. And I will do that, and I will carry you with me, Mommy. And I can speak for both my sisters when I say that each of us have something very unique about us. That is you. And between the 3 of us, I know that you will live on through us, through how we live our lives, through how we raise our children. We're crying because we lost you. We lost an angel down here. But God got an angel up there. A really perfect, beautiful, strong one. I miss you so much, Mama. And I love you so much.
Not yet.
Your tie.
No, not yet, not yet. Don't put up the shoes yet. Watch your mouth. Watch your face. Yeah. The red one, the red one. The red one.
What?
Before they put the dirt on? Okay, 1 second, we're gonna lower it first. Lower it first?
What about?
Okay. I'll tell you in a second. We're gonna move the book together, and then you're gonna go down. Oh, rough.
Are we gonna take all that butter?
Slowly.
Stand back a little.
That actually looks pretty cool.
A little bit more on the side. Thank you everyone for coming. What's the Shabbos? Yeah. Myriv Motzei Shabbos will be at 9:15 at 33 Southmore Drive. Throughout the week, we have Shacharis on Sunday at 7:35, Monday at 6:35, Tuesday and Wednesday at 6:50, Thursday at 6:35, and Mincha will be at 7:55. All days. There will be a break. Where the family will not be available for. There will be no hours between the hours of 2:30 and 5 in the afternoon, and it will end at 11 o'clock at night. Thank you very much. It's Erev Shabbos. We're not going to say Kabbalah. If we could please have two rows of men lining up over here. Side. You guys be available.
How are you?